From audience today, I'll be using Charles, Chris, and my grandmother, Crystal. For my note cards, I had a total of 4, but with the dash lines, they were all kind of just key words within a couple of my paragraphs and sentences, and then bullets were just each topic that I really need to cover. 3 main topics that I had, and 4 note cards. And then also highlighted to show the quotes.
Technology has been a huge advancement in our lifetime, in which we now rely heavily upon the electronics that are being created. Students are using calculators to solve simple math problems. We use laptops to carry around our work in the cloud, rather than carrying around crumpled up pieces of paper, and even using our cell phones to chat and socialize with others on the go. In today's time, the innovations of the iPhone X, Amazon Alexa, and almost paper-thin like TVs take up most of our social time, providing us with an engaging yet physical distraction that eventually leads us to something called electronic addiction. First off, electronic addiction isn't just simply using your smartphone daily. It is the effects of the body and mind being stuck to an electronic device, creating a harmful behavioral addiction that will not only affect you, but it can also affect others. There are several examples that can be used in this case. So in this case, we'll be talking about cell phone use while driving. According to the article Causes and Effects of Driving by The Balance, about 39 states currently have banned cell phone usage while driving, since the distraction it causes to drivers are overwhelming. As stated by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, an estimated number of 481,000 drivers use their cell phones while driving, leaving 3,450,000 people killed in accidents during 2016 and 391,000 people injured in 2015 due to distracted driving. Now you're obviously thinking, that's horrific, or now I don't want to use my cell phone while I drive. And that's exactly how you should be thinking. Using your cell phone while driving puts you at risk, at putting yourself and others in danger. So it is imperative that you stop using your cell phone or don't get into the habit of using your phone while driving. You don't want to be that person driving down the highway, texting your best friend, and all of a sudden hitting a car out of nowhere. I highly suggest that you take action. You can counter this by getting hands-free accessories, such as an earpiece, using your built-in Bluetooth if it's enabled in your car, or even simply putting your smartphone on Do Not Disturb mode to take out the distractions and from incoming messages. Because if you don't take these actions seriously, you will have to take on the responsibility of caring for the person that you've possibly injured in the accident. Just when you thought everything couldn't get worse, you'll probably also have to pay for insurance if you're not covered, and also pay for fines that you probably accumulated since you had broken the law, using your smartphone while driving. Now, I talked briefly about electronic addiction, being able to affect your mind and body. But I wanted to start off in explaining what an addictive habit is. According to the article on mobile addiction by the Wisdom Post, it is just like how you brush your teeth. Every morning you get up to go brush your teeth, and as you keep doing it, it becomes a habit. It's the same for phones. Your phones go off, you go to check it. Your phone goes off again and again and again, and you keep repeating this process until it becomes a habit, and you don't really think about it. So to relate this back to my previous point on distracted driving, you've encountered this habit of continuously checking your phone. And each time you check it every single time it rings or vibrates. So your phone goes off when you're driving. Your habit kicks in instinctively for you to go check your phone. Boom, you've just crashed. Again, your addiction doesn't have to be just towards smartphones. Are you too addicted to playing video games that it's affected your schooling? Are you too addicted to binge watching your shows, to where if you have chores, you keep saying, hold on, just one more episode? Moving on to my last point, with the rise in social media, the way we use our electronics plays an important role, and it can impact social media. However, taking into account social media, it generally depends on the individual that is using it. Currently, today, our main ways of communication revolves around the whole entire social media platform. You use Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, and much more. Even though Twitter was one of our main sources of communication, according to Apple, it actually soared up in their charts, becoming the #1 app in the news category. The more we use social media to its uses, the more we gravitate towards it. Not only are we becoming disconnected with ourselves, but we are also becoming more disconnected with the world. You'll most likely become more isolated, less connected physically, and even damage your relationships with others, according to the Wisdom Post. If we gravitate towards social media and using electronics, the more we will spend time using it, which will not give us a lot of real and physical relationships outside of the digital world. So, in conclusion, I'm not saying that humanity needs to completely give up on technology. That would negatively impact us. A handful of us have already complied with the digital world, and that's just something that we completely revolve around. However, what I am saying is that we can't let ourselves get into that addictive state. Put down your smartphone while you're eating dinner, take a break from your gaming session, and go do some homework. Also, you can turn off your movie and go outside and get some fresh air. It is imperative that you take the time to clear yourself from using electronics so you don't be heavily addicted.